After every affair with her ex-boyfriend, the woman would feel guilty and bring a cake home to apologize to her husband. In the past, her husband and daughter would greet her with smiles, but this time, she found the house empty. Looking at the family portrait her daughter had drawn, she noticed her own absence in the picture, and a wave of guilt washed over her. She remembered how she had always refused to let her daughter draw her, and decided that the next time, she would accept it. But sadly, there was no next time. Her husband had already taken their daughter and left. Unaware of this, the woman waited for her daughter to come home from school. When the doorbell rang, she was excited. But upon opening the door, she saw her ex-boyfriend and his son standing there. Instantly, she felt deeply disappointed. She couldn't understand why her husband and daughter hadn't returned. When she tried to call, she heard that the phone was turned off. Suddenly, the little boy knocked her daughter's drawing to the floor. Seeing this, the woman became enraged. Because those drawings were her daughter's years of hard work, she demanded the boy apologize. But he refused, saying he wouldn't apologize to the child of the other woman. It was then that the woman realized that her refusal to let her daughter call her mom in public had led to her classmates mistakenly thinking her father was the other man. Reflecting on the look her daughter gave her at the parent-teacher meeting, she finally understood how much her behavior had hurt her daughter. When the boy mentioned that her daughter hadn't been to school for 2 days, the woman quickly contacted the teacher. After hearing that her daughter had applied to withdraw from school, she immediately called her husband to find out why, but there was no answer. Unbeknownst to her, the man had already taken their daughter to the United States. There, he met with his business partner from 8 years ago. His partner had successfully taken their company public and had kept the CEO position for him, having also secretly loved him for the past 8 years. The man had once hesitated to leave his wife, but now, he had decided to settle in the US, arranging for their daughter to attend school there. The partner had prepared many new backpacks for the girl to choose from, and she picked a pink one without hesitation. This was because, in the past, her classmates had mocked her ugly backpack, and suspect she doesn't have a mom to pick for her. Seeing how much the partner cared for her, the daughter asked her to be her mother. The man was pleased, thinking that finally, someone would love and care for his daughter. Meanwhile, the woman suddenly received a report from her assistant, revealing that her husband hadn't drugged her 6 years ago, and for the first time, she realized she had misunderstood him. When the assistant told her that the man had already resigned, she angrily questioned why she hadn't been consulted. The assistant explained that the man was just an ordinary employee and didn't need to ask for permission. Fuming, the woman postponed the meeting and rushed home to search for her husband and daughter. When she reached her husband's bedroom door, she stopped in her tracks. 6 years ago, when they had agreed to marry, she had warned him not to enter her bedroom without permission, and she had never entered his either. Now, breaking that promise, she opened the door to his room, only to find a family portrait on the desk. However, her picture was the only one added separately. Back then, she had refused to publicly acknowledge her marriage, so she never took photos with her husband or daughter. Even when her daughter scored first in the entire grade, she still refused to take a family photo. As she thought about this, the woman continued searching through the drawers, and to her shock, found a divorce agreement on the desk. At that moment, she regretted her actions, but it was already too late.